Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Green Room. Tuesday, June 24th. How the heck are you doing? Brother, I will tell you the amount of hate that is out there from a lot of people, from all genders, all races, all ages. The hatred is only because you don't think like them, you don't act like them, and just because you do something different because you're a Latino, right? So I took a see. Here's the difference between me and the rest. I don't walk around. I don't protest lifting up another country's flag. Right? I live in the United States. Old Glory is my flag. I'm from Honduras. Do I lift up the fucking flag? Yeah, when it's the World Cup and Honduras is part of it. Other than that, my my patriotism is with my country when I'm in my country, not outside of it. Right? I can't fly the flag expecting the country where I live abide by the rules and regulations and the culture where I come from. It doesn't work like that. But if you don't think like the people who think that way, then you're an abomination to them, right? Oh, nobody is illegal on stolen land. That's the narrative that they have is only the narrative that they have learned on TikTok, Facebook, and whatever other channels, right? Nobody has bothered to pick up a book to educate themselves on how rules, laws, and everything else works because it doesn't fit their narrative. That is not what they read on TikTok. That is not what they read on Facebook. And it irates them and makes them upset that you, as a Latino, you just don't think like them. I hablo español, hablo portugués, tengo tres idiomas, tengo la capacidad mental, física, emocional, psicológica, de saber de discernir qué es lo que es bueno y qué es lo que es malo. No es tan difícil. No es tan difícil. Si vas a trabajar, ¿a quién le vas a dar de comer? A ti mismo, a tu familia. ¿Tienes hijos? Dale de hartar a tus hijos. No esperes que alguien más te venga a dar de hartar, porque no fuiste a la escuela, porque no te supiste educar. La ira de esta gente es exactamente eso. Yo, Daniel, la ira de esta gente es exactamente eso. No han conseguido un bienestar mental, físico, emocional, no digamos financiero. Es ahí donde les duele que alguien más venga y demuestre qué es lo que se puede, no es lo que se debe, que yo creo que se debe hacer lo que cabe en tu potestad. Frijoles y arroz. Brother, yo puedo tener todo el dinero del mundo, me vale verga eso. Pero si yo puedo comer frijoles y arroz, para mí eso es ser rico. Riqueza es comer lo que a ti te gusta. Es la verdad. Si solamente quieres comer cup noodles, brother, esa es riqueza para muchos. Eso sí, yo comí tanto de eso que, ¿sabes qué? Nunca más quiero probar esa mierda. Right? Ramen, aquí hay tantos lugares de ramen. Para mí, it's just a fucking fancy cup of noodles place. You know, my brother, I did so much of that shit when I studied in Brazil. I don't want to taste that anymore. I don't, I have nothing against it. ¿Quieres ir a comer? You want to eat cup of noodles the rest of your life, brother? By all means, do it. I am no better than you. The same way I tell people, look, you know how I quit smoking? I stopped buying. Give me rice, beans, and half a chicken. You say half a chicken. I'm gonna give you a chicken leg. Let me fucking get the thigh, baby. Yeah, brother. You know what? That's exactly my point. I gente que se jacta que quiere andar right. They wanna wear the Gucci, the everything, but they sleep on the fucking floor. Oh, I buy myself a fucking Starbucks every day, bitch. But you're on the fucking bus, right? So don't think you are better just because you dress better. You probably. I mean, who doesn't owe a credit card? Bitch, eh, todos tenemos problemas financieros, todos tenemos problemas emocionales, todos tenemos problemas psicológicos, todos tenemos problemas de salud, de una manera u otra. Pero salgamos adelante con unos a los otros. No hay peor enemigo de un latino que otro latino, right? I posted a picture of myself outside the stadium of the Dodger Stadium with a MAGA hat. Did I wear the MAGA hat inside? No, I did not wear the MAGA hat inside because I don't want to incite anybody's rage inside of fuck yeah. You know what I mean? They would only show how irate a fucking cap. How much damage are they feeling because of a fucking red cap? See, you know what I mean? No, I did it outside. I put my cap on. I took a picture, and that's it. Now everybody has fucking hate. Oh, I want you to wear that shit inside, bro. Let me fucking kick your ass. Let me fucking paralyze you like I did that motherfucker. You know, that's all they do. All these fucking monkeys come out of the fucking woodworks, and none of them, absolutely none of them will get behind the camera and want to have a healthy fucking argument. Because all they want to do is fear, incite fear, and brother, what makes you think I'm gonna fight you? Right? If you want to fight me because I'm wearing a red hat, bitch, go fucking play in traffic. Agarra cuchillos y tirarlos para arriba, and then put your hands out. A ver cuántos agarras, así de punta en la mano. I dare you. You do that first, and then if you want to fight, yeah, show me how much of a daredevil you are. I don't need to know. I don't need to show anybody how much of a man I am because, oh, do you know how to fight? Right? What kind of fucking question is that? That's all they have. The fucking thug mentality. La mentalidad de cholos, la mentalidad de choleros. Thug, vagos, hijos de la gran puta. Es todo lo que tienen. It's sad. Yeah, I know, Daniel. That's all they have. That's all they have. And you think I'm gonna stop wearing? I will never wear the MAGA hat inside the stadium because not only one, the, do I have respect for the organization, but I can I can take a picture outside the fucking Dodgers with my MAGA hat, right? It's freedom of speech. But is it freedom of speech inside the establishment? No. I will be probably breaking policy when I bought that ticket. It has a fine print what things you can do, what things you cannot do. I don't want to get removed from the stadium, but I can wear my MAGA hat outside, right? There's a difference. There's a difference of energy. People who know how to do it, and there's I don't know if a MAGA hat is banned, brother, but I know for a fucking fact that I won't wear a MAGA hat inside, even though I've always said leave sports out of politics, right? But God forbid a man wants to express his First Amendment right in front of a stadium. In front of a stadium. I put a hat in front of the stadium, not inside the stadium, which is completely different, right? And I'm not saying, oh, next time I'm gonna sneak a cap in to see how these motherfuckers act. No, I'm not gonna do that because I don't carry the same negative energy that they fucking carry. Right? The first thing they're gonna fucking do it is probably want to swing at me when I'm not looking. That's how much of a pussy these fuckers are. You see what I mean? Do I walk with the same? I walk with fucking confidence. I will always have and always will. Am I afraid of these fucking thugs? None of these motherfuckers have pictures on their profiles to begin with. Imagine that. Imagine that. Daniel, look what we got here. Look what we got here. I don't think you know what? We've done this before, only on a can. My brother asked me to buy Modelo Negras for him when he arrived yesterday, but dummy started drinking beer at noon under the sun and forgot to hydrate. Bitch, listen, for every 2 bottles of beer that you're drinking under the sun, you're going to drink a bottle of water. Been there, done that, baby. You don't want that fucking experience. You need to you either keep drinking, or you start hydrating with not just beer, but other than beer. No, he just went home and fell asleep and took a nap. I'm like, no, bro, that's not the way you do it. Cheers. My brother, who took a plane out of town at 5 in the morning, I had to go drop his ass off at 2:30 in the morning, bro. I was back at 3:30. I tried to help him check in because something with the kiosks over there were offline, and I fell asleep. I took another 30-minute nap from 6 to 6:30, and I was just fucking beat this afternoon. I think I took a 2 hour nap, but I said, you know what? I gotta get out there and do my jogging. I did my first mile in 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Brother, if that doesn't fucking tell you how much dedicated I want to become and I want to be, and people people just have a hatred, brother. It shows me I'm not afraid of any of these motherfuckers on the internet, right? Fucking trolls. That's how they are, fucking what do I call them? Keyboard warriors. I wish they had the same energy in real life, and I hope they have the same energy. I posted a message online saying, brother, if you have that Debbie Downer energy, use it for the greater good. Use it, right? I bet you won't tell your boss to fuck off. I bet you 110% you will never fucking tell your boss, fuck you, boss. You're a piece of shit because you don't give me a fucking raise. No, you just don't get a raise because you're at that level of mediocrity that you cannot even fulfill the job description that was given to you. Right? You probably do 5 things of the 15 that you got hired to do. Cheers. And they're mad at the world. That's that 9 out of 10 of these monkeys on the fucking internet, right? The keyboard warriors. It's just people who are disgruntled employees. They're mad at themselves. They're mad at society. They're mad at their fucking coworkers. They're mad at their job. They're mad that they have to fucking work 40 hours a week, $16 an hour. It's not my fault you dropped out of fucking ninth grade. It's not my fault that you decided to have more babies than you can fucking feed. It's not my fault. Don't blame society for your fucking problems. But if you want to take him out on me, as long as you feel better doing it, right? Just don't fucking threaten people. Just don't threaten people. Threatening, oh yeah, God forbid I see you with that fucking MAGA hat. You know what I would have done? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Why is the beer going down my throat? And I still feel like my throat is dry. That is not the. That is not. That is the weirdest feeling. Have you ever had that? I just swallowed most of my beer, and it feels like it's My throat is dry. That is fucking weird. That is the weirdest feeling, and I have only experienced that after contracting COVID. What? How many times did I contract COVID? Three, four times. Changing subjects from Debbie Downers to helpful helpful Heathers. We'll call them helpful Heathers. From Debbie Downers to helpful Heathers. So Thursday, my brother arrives Thursday midnight. I go to work. He says, "Hey, let's get ready." We got to check in at 3 or whatever time it was. We got to Alhambra at around 4:15, 4:30. So I sent a message to the property owner, right, the Airbnb, and I said, "Oh, look, traffic is not our friend. I'll see you between 4:15, 4:30. Thank you for understanding." So we arrived. We met Jim. The it is it's mostly the wife's picture on the Airbnb profile, and Jim came out. Very nice guy. Introduced himself. We talked for a while. Anyways, the experience is after we met Jim, we went to the stadium. We got to this kiosk, right, to buy beer. And there was a 2 minute, maybe 30-second exchange of words. And I knew what she said. She said, "Do you have $20 to tip me? Just make sure you do this, do this, do this. And how many beers do you want?" That's all I understood. And I said, I understood the assignment. At this point, I shouldn't say her name. I was gonna say her name because I thank you her name. But I'm pretty sure if she sees me anywhere, she will know it was her. So we did what we did. This is a 24-ounce cup. This is a $20 cup. So every beer was $22, 19 something dollars plus tax. I'm pretty sure it comes out to like 21, almost $22, right? And I would tap. I would just put my card on her reader, and she would look at it. She says, "Okay, thank you," and I would just give her the tip. She says, "Oh my God, thank you." So there was never a transaction on that machine, but everybody's watching, so everybody's loud. You can't hear the beep, anyways. Beep, no beep. I was using my fucking. I was using my Metro card. The transaction was blind. So the hookup is I was getting $40 worth of beer for $20. I was hooking her up. She was hooking me up. Nobody was the wiser. But you have to be fast, right? So I was going to say her name, but no, I don't want to say her name now because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And of course, let me go back to see the cameras. Let me go watch the camera. Come on, you have to give that girl credit. Whatever monies we saved by not spending that on beer, getting out of that fucking place. We went up this little hill. We went up this little hill. It's probably a 6 minute walk up the hill. My brother says, "Are you gonna be okay, dude? I have a cane, dude. I'm okay. Just walk, right? It's not like I need a fucking wheelchair. No, I'm still mobile as long as I have assistance, brother. Imagine I can. I did a 7 minute mile today. Am I in pain? Yes, every day. But can I become better at what I'm doing? Yes. So here I go up the hill, right? When we reach the top, there's a lot of fucking guys with little signs saying trips, trips, trips. And everybody wants to charge over $80. I'm like, bro, we just want to go into downtown Pasadena. Like it's like 5 minutes. You're gonna charge me $80? I'm like, no, that's fine. Some guy says, okay, brother, I take you $50. So one of our friends told us where to meet him, and we went to somewhere downtown Pasadena, 38 special. I forget what the bar was called. The whole fucking way over there, this guy's fucking car smells the whole time. I have a video in my head of somebody serving the little foods, right? And this guy's toes are on the tortillas, right? It looks dirty. So I have the image, but I'm capturing all the smells inside this guy's car, right? And I'm thinking, I wonder if captured the video is capturing the smell right now, like it's playing in my head, like everybody cooking and grabbing all these, right, the spices and putting them in the water and shit. And I'm like, I can smell everything without even watching the video, like it's playing in my head. The whole way there, he received like 4 calls, all personal. Hey, bro, can we get some air conditioning here? Oh, let me open the window. Let me open the window. Better, you better, whatever. So he takes us to where we need to go. I hand him the cash. We're about to get up, and he says, "Bro, there's no tippy here." And I said, "Well, you said 50, right?" He said, "But there's no tippy here." I said, "You know what? I'll give you a good tip. Next time, stay off the fucking phone. Give somebody fucking right peace and quiet. You were handling fucking personal business while you were writing us. You should be fucking paying us to fucking listen to your shit. You need a better tip." And he just looked at me like I'm an asshole. Yes, I am the asshole, but I will be the best fucking asshole you'll ever meet. You want a tip? I give you a tip. Stay off your fucking phone, bro. And I gave you that for free. I should have charged you $25 for that fucking tip, right? You want to make a tip? Make it worthwhile for that person in the back saying, "Hey, bro, right? My brother and I couldn't even fucking speak because this motherfucker was just." He's the scat man. What better tip do you want, motherfucker? Brother, listen, I will never get mad. Then again, I will never get even either, right? The guy charged me $50 for that trip. Do I think he deserved the tip? Absolutely not. Does he think he deserved the tip? Absolutely. Right? Anybody providing a service thinks they deserve a tip. Anybody. When I drove Uber, at any given point, did I think I deserved a tip? I did not. I did not think that. I left it to the passenger to decide whether I delivered the 5-star service. Do you have a clean vehicle? Right? Did you listen to my phone tell me where I needed to go? That's another thing. Were the windows rolled up? Does my car smell like shit? Do I have wrappers everywhere on the floor? You see what I mean? cleanliness, effectiveness, route. Do you know where you're going? Did I get you there on time? Did I jerk you around? Every corner, stop, turn, slow. You're not, brother. I always had the mentality of you're holding a hot drink to the brim and you won't ever spill it for that same reason. Because that's how effective I was at driving. And if you want to take a sip of your coffee, don't ever think that you're like this and me jerking you, you're gonna fucking splash the hot coffee on your cheek. No, 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 no. It's the other way around. Effectiveness. Be effective. Deliver. Be assertive. Be professional. Whether you like it or not, that is your business. That is your office. If you do not know how to fucking handle it, then let somebody else fucking deal with it. Let somebody else do it for you. Imagine you called me into your car. I never fucking asked you to, hey, bro, can you take me? No, you said, hey, bro, I take you. So we're just going this way. And he was the cheapest one. He says, fucking, I want to get out. I'm pretty sure he thought that. I want to get out of here, $50, right? Instead of making nothing. My brother says, fucking, let's get out of here. So we can walk a little more to see if we can call an Uber to see if it's cheaper. He said, my brother said, fuck, let's give this guy $50. Yeah, but don't give it to him right now. Deliver us, right? Take us to where we need to go. And I still had to fucking punch in the address on his phone. 38 degrees. We can't fucking write 38 degrees. 38 degrees. I'm pretty sure he fucking wrote DEGREASGASE. Degrees. Is the grease, bro. Is the grease in the oil in the truck. I'm telling you. I always have fun with life. So we get to the bar, right? We get to the bar. I give the guy the best tip that he fucking I give the guy the best fucking tip of his life, and he's fucking upset. I say, yeah, the best tip to stay off your fucking phone. So we go into this location, and we ask the lady, do you have Heineken? She says, no. And I don't know what else happens. She says, we're about to close, but I can still serve you. I said, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for being amicable. Some people just want to close and, yo, Keith in the fucking house, ladies and gentlemen. Keith is here. You know how some people just see you walk in the door. It's like, no, we're closed. No, amicable lady, nicely done. I praised her, and I said, you know what? Some people are just horrible. They see you walk in. It's like, no, 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 no. We're done. No, you allowed us to come in. Thank you for allowing us to sit down, and you served us. I didn't know this was just a, what do you call that? Where they should just serve shitty beers, draft, craft beers, crap beers, crap beers, where they serve crap beers. She said craft. You say crap beers? Yeah, that sounds more like it. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. So I said, do you have anything that resembles a Heineken? She said, well, you have lagers. Can you look at this? I'm like, I'll take this one. And I picked two of them. One for my brother, one for myself. $5 pints. $5 pints. So we drank a pint, and I said, would it be okay if we asked for the second one? And I know you're closing. She says, I already closed, but I can take cash. So I said, you know what? I I like the way you think. I like the way you think because not only is she keeping the money cash, but I'm also give her a nice tip, right? A favor calls for another favor. She's giving me a beer, and I'm gonna treat her nicely. See, There are some people out in the fucking world that know what the world is about. This is not a dog and dog eat world. I think that fucking world happened back in the early 2000s. We're in 2025, and 2025 is about entitlement. And I do not fly that fucking flag. I have never flown that flag. I will never fly that flag. Entitled, you are entitled to your own opinion, and I think that's about it. Then everything else, brother, it is about you and your pride swallowing it and be the better fucking person. You say crap beers. Crap beers. my my brother and I have grown to have grown to have a better relationship now that we're older, but we didn't have this relationship when we were younger. And I got to tell him that. And I got to tell him that. There are things that are about to there are things that are about to descend on us as in life events in the next few days, whether they're good or bad. And I told my brother, I said, you know what? We have to be ready. There's things that happen in right before our eyes, whether they're good or bad, right? Whether it happens to somebody else or it happens to us. There were a few events that happened within our realm, within my reality. And I try to handle shit as best as possible, diplomatically, psychologically, emotionally. And there's always that there's always that family member that wants to create that fucking ripple effect, right? They want to be part of the emotional part, but not about the traditional part. Traditional part is everybody gets together, has fun, whether you like it or not. But the emotional part is, ah, I I don't think I can make it. I don't know. I may have things to do. Bitch, just shut the fuck up. Tell us whether you either gonna make it or not. I don't know. I have things that bitch. Whoopsh. Somebody slap some fucking sense into this fucking lady, right? Something happened this weekend where the reality of the issue is we are staying here. We have a cousin that lives here, and we have an aunt that lives in Timbuk fucking two. That way, 70 miles that way. Cousin, we're here. No, we're here. The other cousin is here. But the cousin wants the aunt from Timbuktu, because we're here. She says, hey, we're driving. We're driving this way, 60 miles that way. And I'm like, wait, but the other aunt lives 70 miles that way. Why would you want to further the distance that way when we can just meet in the middle so she can, right? And I'm like, wait, is there something that I'm missing? Like, is there animosity between both parties? Because if we want to go that way to the restaurant, but that aunt lives Timbuktu from there to here, shouldn't we just let Timbuktu from there to here so we can both meet, right? Listen, it was a whole fucking shit show. It was a whole fucking exchange of words and imaginations and information that nobody fucking needed to digest. My brother says, dude, what the fuck is going on? Like, the one person says, hey, we want to meet at the restaurant. And I said, wait, there's another restaurant closer to us that we can all meet. We don't have to make the other person drive more than they should because there's a closer restaurant. Yo, Robert. How you doing, my brother? Listen, people, I'm telling you, Robert, Keith, the way that people see reality, it is only and according to what they can afford. And at this point, I think that people are just have had enough, right? People have had enough. They're fed up with people, right, doing this, having a beer and talking about life because, God forbid, we want to live a free, right? We're free thinkers. God forbid you fucking think for yourself. No, but I didn't read that in fucking Facebook. What are you doing? What? Right? You change. See, that's why people who are lost their shit because I posted a fucking picture of me wearing a MAGA hat in front of the fucking Dodger Stadium. They have tagged Dodger Stadium so many fucking times. You know, my bitch, I am not inside the fucking stadium. I am not under any fucking policy. I don't know if they have a policy, but even if they did, I won't be breaking the policy. I don't want to get kicked out of the stadium. I took a picture outside the stadium. Don't they fucking do the same thing? They're fucking waving their fucking country's flag. They burn shit outside the because only because the Dodgers haven't said anything about the Raids. God forbid a, a baseball fucking team wants to stick to baseball, right? If it doesn't fucking fit their narrative, they lose their shit. Robert, how are you doing, my brother? My brother. I miss you, bro. How do you have any shrooms left? I feel like I should fucking just take a trip, road trip. Been very busy. Now, when you say you've been very busy, you're always posting nice pictures of your food and shit. That I'm pretty sure you make your fucking coworkers fucking jealous. You're like, this motherfucker. I'm eating fucking cup of noodles. This motherfucker's having dinner at fucking the Bellagio and shit. Are you busy fucking having nice dinner? Is that what you've been busy? I've been having a good life. I've been busy fucking having. God forbid. Yeah, do it, bro. Now, do you still get along with your coworkers, or your coworkers just little fucking snobby fucking pieces of shit? My brother was here. I wish you could meet my brother, bro. I wish you could meet my brother. Now, if they bug you, it's only because they respect you, but they don't know what they don't know how to say it, right? They don't know how to fucking say, "Oh, you fucking spoiled bitch," right? They just fucking bug you about it because you're as because you're humble like them, but you humble them more than they humble you, right? Because imagine, God forbid, a man lives in Summerlin and also does the type of work that you do. So you humble them. He said they're rude. They're rude. Well, fuck them. You know what? I'm about to fucking fly in, drive in. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm gonna place an order of 75 fucking pizzas, and it better be fucking ready in 30 minutes. They probably call you to fucking come and help them. Entitlement, brother. Before you got here, we were just talking about that. People think they're fucking entitled to everything only because it fits their fucking narrative. Until somebody comes in and fucking reminds them that that is not what entitlement is, right? Oh, I live here. I signed my lease agreement. I'm gonna jump in the pool and make all the fucking noise I want. No, bitch, that's entitlement. You signed the lease agreement and it says right there, do not fucking cause more noise and don't become a fucking nuisance, right? It's simple. It's clear as day. We're only drinking these fucking beers because my brother asked me to buy Modelo Negras yesterday because I thought he was gonna fucking drink with me before we left to the airport. Or I mean, not drink and drive. But I thought, okay, we can have a fucking get a buzz. I can send him on an Uber to the where you catch the bus. What is it called? The catch a bus, catch a bus, get a ride. Anyways, that one. I forget what the fucking name is. The I've taken that fucking. Anyways, that is bugging the fuck out of me now. The fly away, fly away, fly away, fly. Come fly with me. Na, 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 na. You should fucking play that song. Fly away. And my dude, you should have seen my fucking brother. He just got paranoid. Like no, 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 no. He says no, no, no. Go do your show. Drink a few. Just don't get drunk. So I did a probably an hour show last night. My voice is my voice is back. The voice is back in town. The voice. There's a little bit of right. Like I'm still like I'm like I'm still going through puberty at 50. I'm still going through puberty, but I am 97% better. I'm not 97%. 97. Yeah, I'm. You can still tell there's a little difference between my voice, my regular voice, than the 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 damaged vocal cords, if you will. They're not damaged. They're just a little bit. They're not even sore. Life is life. Life is life. I don't think I've ever shared this with anybody. My father has some type of. I know. I think I know. My brother fucking. I don't know why my brother is a fucking. He keeps shit from me. I don't know why. Because he probably thinks I'm gonna, tell the world and I don't know what the fuck he thinks. I do not know. Maybe my dad told him not to say anything. But anyways, but why are you hiding? Why would you hide from your family, from your loved ones, that you have a type of colon cancer? Cancer is cancer. Treatable, curable, always debatable. Whether right you tell somebody or you don't. My father has always been a an advocate for homeopathic remedies. And at this point, I don't think he wants anything. I don't think he wants anything. This is a good song. I don't think he wants anything invasive at this point. So he wants to still treat it like it's a, I don't know, like it's a fucking treatable with homeopathic remedies. And I don't think that's the way to go. I mean, you did a biopsy, right? The I think he's at an 8 or 9 level, which is treatable only if it's. You think he regretted it? I don't think he had time to regret it. But that's my point. Like I told my brother, I said, listen, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? So I told my brother, all we gotta do at this point, but it's not me. See, I live abroad. He lives in the city that my dad is in, right? So the problem with my father is he wants to go to a friend who is a doctor so he can get a second opinion. So he has another friend who's a doctor. He gets a third opinion. He goes to another friend who's a doctor. He gets a, but it's not. Listen, your friends are not being your friends right now. You're still making them money, right? You you don't need an opinion. You need action. Like I told my dad, like I told my uncle who was visiting here a month ago. So my dad keeps going from places to places, but they give. It's not about an opinion right now, and we both said it, and I think we talked about this. Biopsy. What is the histological? Histology will tell you whether you're either advanced or it's just a, yeah, I forgot the word, right? It's either harvesting, right? It's just the commencement of, or you're just invaded with what would you call, sickle cells? They're in there to just to kill. And I'm like, dude, my uncle and I said the same fucking thing. Biopsy. So my brother says, yeah, he got one. We got the results, and yeah, I don't think it looks good. So why the fuck did you didn't want to fucking tell me this 2 weeks ago? He said, yeah, dad doesn't want to fucking share that information. So if dad dies tomorrow and he says, hey, don't notify anybody, you're not gonna tell me dad died? Like, dude, I'm not saying my brother is just one of those fucking gatekeepers. I said, bro, what's wrong with you? Let live his life, but at the same time, let him have peace. If he wants to find peace the way he wants to find it, he'll find it. Can I be the one to say, Dad, we could have saved you? It's not for me to say. My best friend on my Instagram, right? You follow my Instagram, right? That picture of that beautiful girl, my first love girlfriend back in the day, she became a doctor. She became a diet. What do you call it? Dietitian. She became a doctor, dietitian, or um, nutriologist. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I don't know the branch of that shit. So she's a doctor. She became that. She got married. We still, we still kept in touch. She got cancer. She had it removed. And the last time I spoke to her, she visited her father in April, July. And I said, you know what? I think you should come to LA. We can walk in. I will fucking hide your passport. I will hide whatever the fuck, and we'll say you're just another illegal, and, and you have cancer. And here are your documents. Can we save her? She says, yeah. You make it seem like it's so fucking simple. And she went back to her country, right? She went back to Honduras, and I had not heard from her for, I don't know, a month and a half, and I texted her through Instagram, and she would always reply right away, or she would, take some time. It was her mom who replied with, "My daughter died a month and a half ago." This is her mom. Thank you for loving my daughter. Broke my fucking heart, bro. It fucking broke my heart. You have no idea. Imagine receiving a message from somebody else other than the person you expect to say, "Yeah, she's not here. She's no longer with us." Hey, at least, at least, I got closure. Right? I knew where she went. She died. She passed away. There's people that don't even fucking get a reply because nobody gives a fuck, right? Well, no, not that nobody gives a fuck, but they don't know who the fuck you are, right? Imagine somebody dies, right? Imagine somebody dies today, and they're getting a multitude of messages like, "Well, bro, where are you at?" Blah, 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 whatever. How do you reply to the message? Like, are you enthusiastic? It's like, yeah, I'm dead, but this is her sister, right? I don't I don't know. I'm just saying, like, hey, whatever. Hey, motherfucker, where you at? Like, are we partying like last week? Like, yeah, I'm dead. I I passed away. Like, party for me. I don't. Maybe I just have too much fucking dark humor in me. Yeah, no, I have Modelo Negra in me. Is that where the dark humor comes from? Modelo Negra makes me fucking have dark thoughts, the deepest. I know it isn't. Changing subjects. This song, I don't know what. Anyways, how you doing? Modelo Negra. This is a fucking meal. This is a. This is like having a meal. Delicious? Yes, it is. That is so fucking delicious here. Your friend died last week? What friend? No, you didn't mention this. What friend is this? No, you never mentioned a friend dying. One of the guys that introduced me to Sober Not Sorry, Brendan. We should drink to the occasion. I'm just kidding. No, 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 you didn't mention that, brother. You didn't mention it. 28 years old? What the fuck? Now, let me ask you this. So he was so he was battling not just alcohol addiction, but he was battling something else. At 28 years old, brother, to to go that early, you're battling more than what you can handle. God forbid. That's what I'm saying. He was court mandated to be sober. But then again, brother, we've seen people who don't give a fuck about that. Then he failed the drug test in order to go back to jail. Yeah, that's a fucking hard. That's a. You know what? I was gonna say that's a hard pill to swallow, but I can't. Anyways, I said it, but not in. No, no pun intended. That is so fucked up. You know, some people are just, brother, psychological warfare played more in this event than anything else. Physical, right? I think he thought that his anguish was more about being in a cell without doing what he liked to do. Hey, brother, look, if he took himself out before somebody took away his fun, then by all means, I take my fucking hat off to this guy. He says, "Fucking, I'm leaving the way I want to leave, and I want to die the way I want to live, and I want to live the way I want to die." By all means, more respect. Some people were not born to be in jails, brother. I, I mean, I haven't done The only one bad thing I did one day, I had a DUI, and I got taken to a cell that I have always thought about. I don't ever fucking want to go back in there. But I have not done the bad things to make me realize, like, how many times have I been there? No. It only took me once. It only took me one it only took one event to remind me that fuck this place. I don't ever want to fucking come back to this shithole. So your friend to overdose in such a way, I'm pretty sure he said, you know what, it's better to do this for me than to not do it at all. Mind over matter, brother. Sometimes life takes over. Courts, when courts start to mandate shit, people lose their shit, and I don't have the mental capability. I don't have the legal realm. I don't know anything around it to talk about it because I don't and I can't. We don't know if it was a suicide, and neither do I. Neither I got. I'm just saying it sounds like he didn't want to go back to jail without having the capability of doing what he was getting away with doing. I don't know if he was getting away with anything until you said, he failed the drug test, and then he was mandated to go back to jail. So I mean, the evidence shows that apparently something happened, brother. Rest in peace. You lived your life the way you wanted to live, and you died the way you wanted to. I don't know. I mean, my respects to your friend, brother. I've never been stuck in that. I have never been stuck in that rut. Whether do I take myself out or live in a life where I can't do with the shit that I want to do? I right? I mean, I don't know because I've never been there. Like, it's not like somebody's gonna fucking tell me, bro, you can't eat fucking pizza the rest of your life. Which is, I know it's a bad analogy to use. Like, okay, but I like pizza. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I can't fucking wrap myself around somebody that's saying, "Hey, bro, I can't go to jail because I can't be sober." It sounds like matter took over mind. I thought of it many times, but the fear of God prevents me. What are you talking about? You're talking about suicide now. You thought about wait. You thought about taking the wait. You've thought about taking the drugs to the point where you may reach God, or you've thought about the point where you want to kill yourself. Yeah, I don't. I think I'm losing perception. I'm losing pers- perspective here. I have never thought about killing myself, but I thought about not drugs necessarily. I'd say most people I know have at least considered it once. Suicide, though, like running into traffic, stabbing yourself. I have never thought about ending my own life in that way, but I have always thought back in my day when I was drinking, alcohol the way I was drinking because I wanted to show off. What if at one point I drank a liter that my body would say this is the last liter you fucking drank, and your body just stops. But I wasn't addicted to alcohol. I was just addicted to having fun and smoking cigarettes. There was no drug. There was well, there has never been any drug related issues with me consuming a certain powder or smoking certain things back in the day or up to this day where I can fucking come back and say, yeah, I was drunk enough to think that I was able to jump off a fucking building and live. No. Yeah, I never thought about ending my life that way. And I know you've used um, more mental enhancing drugs than I have, and I'm pretty sure that plays a part too. And I'm not saying you're weaker than I am. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that people get to a level where their mental capacity is overtaken by the drugs that they're consuming, which I have never partaken in. Right? I have done blow at one point. Blow has never fucking told me, hey, go shoot yourself. No, blow is the opposite. Like, oh fuck, it gives you that euphoric feeling. I've done marijuana. Marijuana is probably one of the least drug that you can fucking say, yeah, let me fucking hang myself. No, you're fucking too lazy for that. You're like you're just laying there like your brain is fried. So there has to be something in between whatever people are consuming and whatever you have consumed that it give you that euphoric feeling like fuck this shit. I'm done. Like I don't want to do this ever again. Like you reach a level of high and low at the same time. Which of course I've had the mental anguish of saying, "Oh shit, did I fuck up last night? I know I may have blanked out, but not to the point where like, oh shit, did I do something bad? Like, you know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure drugs play a different fucking role. People do it because they're depressed, typically. But you're saying or blow or all the above. And I'm pretty sure we are all depressed in a certain fashion, in a certain manner, in a certain level. But at the same time, I wouldn't fucking think, let me and my trouble, my trouble, and what is the song? Yeah, you can't make trouble go away. I'm I'm saying they end their life because they're depressed. The method isn't that significant. And you know what, Robert? Not once have I been drunk enough. Have I been, even with pot? Not once have I ever thought about ending my life. I think there's more to. I think there's more to the story. Not because I'm better than anybody else. No, no. I'm just saying there has to be a point in your life that whatever you're doing, either to consume the alcohol or to consume the drug, is only because you're trying to find a way to make it easier for yourself to do what you already thought about doing without alcohol or without drugs. Like you think this is the better way to help you deal or cope with what you thought about doing, right? Because I think at some point, or better yet, every factor, every test that people have either drowned or killed themselves or has been involved in accidents, there has always been a higher level of toxins in their body. So So you're right, right? So you're right. I think they have to consume that certain amount of shit for them to do what they want to do. So it calms them down before they think about doing it, or that maybe it gives them that euphoric feeling of, ah, yes, I can do this. Like fuck, I want to end it. I don't know. I'm putting myself in their shoes, which I don't even know if I can fit there because I don't have the mental capacity of me ever thinking, yeah, let me just end my life. I mean, I was there at one point only because I was under the influence of this fucking drug called epidural or whatever the fuck they shoot you with. And I'm like, why the fuck would I think about killing myself? And but it was me talking to the drug like, bitch, get the fuck out of my life, you know? I'd say you're in the minority. Most of my friends have considered it at some point, even if they never would. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There has to be a mental trigger for them to think that ending their lives will make problems disappear, but you're giving somebody else more problems before you think you're disappearing. So I I don't I don't know how old you have to be to think yes, this is the easiest way out. I don't. I just don't know. I mean, I've never considered it. I've never thought about it. We never talked about it. You've never been depressed. No, I've been depressed, but not to the point to say, "Hey, I got to take the easy way out." No, we've all been depressed, brother. I was fucking homeless. Hello, do you think being homeless doesn't make you fucking depressed? Like, why the fuck am I here? Like, Jesus fucking. But see, again, Robert. Remember, I always use the term. It's all about perspective. That person who showed me who he's homeless at one point showed me a fucking wad of bills. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm homeless because I lost my job and I can fucking pay my bills, but I can afford a meal here and there, but I can't drink to the point where I'm like, I gotta save some money so I can, if I find that apartment, I can fucking, go back into where I should be. Now this motherfucker next to me, he's homeless. He has a fucking wad of money. Lives in a fucking. This is back in the 2000s. He has a fucking tent, a TV, wad of money. He goes into the fucking supermarket, buys his fucking chicken and some bread, and I'm thinking, even if I was depressed, that doesn't make me depressed anymore. Because if this guy can fucking make it being homeless, I'm like, yeah, it's all about perspective. Everybody is only as miserable as they make themselves. And I have always used that. That is my fucking reference. And it always has been. You are as only as miserable as you make yourself. But some people just want to be homeless and say, hey, fuck it, I'm going to ride the fucking wave. Bro, God, more power to you. If you can live homeless, you know, live off the grid, take some electricity off the fucking pole, brother, there's people who want to do that. They can do that. They want to do it. But for me to be as depressed to the point where I can't fucking find the next job, see, I think people who are depressed in that particular fashion, they are either consuming drugs they can't fucking afford, or they're doing shit that is against their livelihood. Are you drinking? You drank? I'm drinking. But at one point you told me that you reached a level where you're like, and I don't want I you don't have to answer this. And I think the only reason you found your your next spot is because I think you feel better being sober. Because I'm pretty sure sober or not being sober calls you to do other things, which you've told me what you've done. I'm not judging you, brother. Listen, we can do whatever the fuck we want with our bodies. But if you think that being sober will keep you off of whatever that, but you can substitute certain things, brother. You know what? That is the mental capacity that you have found, where you're controlling your habits before the habits control you. And I think that's the best fucking start. That is the best fucking start. If you can control the the habits that were affecting you back then, and now you're controlling everything around you, brother. By all means, I applaud that shit because it takes a man to say, "Hey, I'm in trouble, and I need to take control of my troubles." Nobody else is gonna fucking control you but you. Right? I can look at your outer shell, and I know you may look happy, but inside you may be fucking crumbling, hurting, crying, whatever is going on in your. That's why I like to have that moment to myself and just run the 7 miles, so I can let the fucking demons out. I need to fucking burn the bad thoughts, not towards me, but against everybody, because I need feet on the ground. And we should always be good at controlling those bad thoughts, the bad habits or the bad thoughts, right? I mean, I never had bad thoughts. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I did have the bad thoughts when I got epidural, but they were just flying like fluttering ideas. But it was never one of those like I didn't have the you need to kill yourself. Like it was just one of those fucking things. I would say, why why are you here, right? Why are you talking to me? Like you don't belong here. Like, hey, bro, you know what? Get rid of that fucking back pain. See the buzz? Psst, get rid of the fucking pain. And I would be thinking, this medicine that they gave me is just playing a movie in my head. Like it doesn't fucking belong here. Like how the? But you can't stop playing them. It's a movie. Like it's you can't. There's no pause button. There's no fast forward. There's no rewind. There's no eject. It's just the medicine is telling your body, so you know it's the medicine that just is playing this horrible playover movie inside your head. You're like, motherfucker. If I didn't know how to feel without medicine, then I would have already acted on it because this is not me. Like this is the medicine telling me how to react to the medicine. Like, hey, bitch, get rid of the fucking pain. See that buzz? You will fucking forget the fucking pain. And I'm like, why the fuck am I thinking this shit? Like, is anybody else hearing this? Right? You know what I mean? And I, I would question myself, like, is anybody else hearing? Like, what? Am I fucking losing my shit? It was the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I was fucking right in a movie. Venom, Venom fucking has the fucking thing. Yeah, yeah, go kill him. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Life is so fucking beautiful, brother. I mean, I had I had a movie playing in my head on how to end my life, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, that's horrible. Why would I fucking do that? Like somebody in my head would say, hey, bro, how about that fucking imagine? And I would say, no, dude, that is fucking sick. Like even if I was normal, I wouldn't fucking think of that because I knew medicine was affecting me, right? So I would talk to myself in such a way to keep myself sane. I was like, bro, I wouldn't fucking do that even if I was sane. Like, what the fuck are you doing to me? My brain would just go like that place. Like I went back to the doctor. I would have to when I first got the epidural. I had to go back to the doctor 30 days later. I think I went back the first 12. I think I went back after the 12th day because everything was just in my fucking head. It was just whoa, like charge, but there's nobody coming at. There's nobody coming. Like I would have that mentality, like charge. And I said, dude, there's nobody in front of me. Like, why would I want to fucking charge? Like, stop. Like my. I would just look down at the ground like, there's nobody running at me. Like, why would I fucking feel like that? I should just go full blast against right? Anything. So I went back to the doctor and I said, doctor, you know what? I've been having these suicidal thoughts. I don't think I can deal with another dosage of this shit not anytime soon. He says, oh, don't worry about it. And he grabbed me by my fucking shoulder. He says, you're worried about money? We'll take care of you. And I said, wait, what? And I looked him straight in the. I said, wait, you think this is about me worrying about money? I said, you fucking monkey, you're fucking stupid. So I'm worried about my fucking health. I just told you I get suicidal thoughts. No, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me having the thoughts. It was the drugs that were there at the moment, giving that idea of, hey, let's find a way. And I was like, yeah, that's not me, bro. I mean, I guess it was me, but it wasn't me. I'm like, I wasn't under the influence of drugs, but it wasn't me. Like right now, I'm under the influence of alcohol. Can I say, hey, bro, can you fucking think of a better way to fucking kill yourself? No, because I can't say, oh, I'm not drunk enough. No, it's just not my mentality of saying, yeah, let's find a way, bro. No, when I was under the influence of that epidural drug, brother, whatever the fuck is in that shit, that cocktail, yeah, that will fucking enlighten. It it gives you brain power. No, it wasn't my thoughts because I've never thought about killing myself, brother. I have never, not even. You know how I say, you know how I say that even when you're drunk, you will always go home, make yourself a sandwich on the hottest skillet with the most fucking sharp knives, but you won't fucking burn yourself or cut yourself because you're drunk, but you're diligent. Now, under the influence, I guess subconscious plays a part. I guess you're right. I guess you're right 50% of the time. Your body says, "Hey, bitch, let's end this shit." Because the drug can't fucking tell you how to think. You're right. So I guess I've had that in the back of my mind, but at the same time, I've controlled it. Hmm. So I'm stronger than the fucking drug. I never thought about that. I thought it was the fucking drug that just fucking made me want to fucking crash and burn shit. But it's always been me. Hmm. Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, huh? Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. I guess we all. I mean, whoever thought about Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde must have had the same fucking drugs that we've had. Because if it fucking makes sense, it makes sense. It makes sense now. It just didn't make sense until you fucking said what you said, or you type what you type. Because yeah, you're right. The drugs not fucking tell you how to. But then again, Nah, I think there's certain drugs that trigger some shit in your fucking brain to do certain things, and I think that's what triggered me. Because I can tell you, even when I'm sober, even when I'm drunk, I never thought about fucking any of my life. But that particular drug, oh my god, I was fucking brother. I could have fucking done diagrams, maps. You know, no, there's there's a chemical imbalance in these fucking drugs that make you do certain shit, induce your thoughts into thinking certain things. And I don't know how I am not a biologist. I'm not a biochemist. I can't give you the definition of what it feels to consume a certain drug, either by breathing it, right, biologically, or being injected by it, right, chemically. I do not know. I can speculate, but I wouldn't fucking know. And I am absolutely certain that the injected one would automatically make you fucking think of different shit. Like it affects your fucking brain in such a way that it may unlock certain brain blockers, patterns, and shit. Do I know that? I don't know that. Does it exist? Maybe, because I know I acted differently when I was under the influence of this fucking drug. But when I'm under the influence of alcohol, which is a drug, I never thought about, hey, bro, you know how cool it would be if you fucking end your life? Never have I fucking thought about that. But with that epidural, I was like, yeah, bro, I want to fucking hold up a flag and still fucking jump off the fucking, you know, top of the skyscraper. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't fucking do that if I was sober. Like, so I saw myself doing the most horrible shit when I was under the influence of that particular drug. But I have never seen myself do any of that when I'm under the influence of this, or even when I'm jogging. You know how you get that euphoric feeling of adrenaline when somebody fucking just comes at you trying to fucking hit you, like, motherfucker, look both ways. You know that euphoric feeling. You're like, what if somebody does fucking hit you and you fucking fly 100 feet that way? That is the last fucking thought in your brain. Adrenaline, like, motherfucker, and then you hit a fucking metal pole, or you hit a wall, whatever the fuck. That's it. You're knocked the fuck out, unconscious, and there goes your life. It's both. It can be caused by the drug, and your mind still has to think it. It's just that I have been drunk enough to the point where I'm plastered, but not I want not never have I projected. Yeah, what if I just fucking hung myself sometime because I want to get rid of having fun? You know what I mean? I have never thought of my life or being at a point where, yeah, I need to end it because I don't want to be here. And I don't think it's me. I don't think there's my subconscious. I think it's just drugs make you fucking think shit that you're not supposed to think. Like there's a chemical imbalance that brings out some some negative shit in you, and it makes you fucking bipolar. I don't fucking know. And I'm giving you the best answer that I can because I'm scanning my Rolodex, and never in my life have I thought about. And I'm going through my sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, tenth. No, yes, I don't want to be here. No, I never thought about. There has to be a chemical imbalance of some fucking sort. There has to be a mental, what do you call that? There has to be a mental breakdown, a mental zoop, zoop, zoop. What is it called? Where the cables meet? Anyways, this is my last beer. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Brother, it has been a thoughtful evening speaking about mental anguish is a real thing. And I think we should, well, it's not that we should talk about this more often. I think we've talked about this more often. I've been doing the same fucking thing for the past 5 years with the same basis. We all have problems. We don't always talk about them. And I think today was the more in depth we've ever been about mental issues, health issues, because it's always been about. No, I mean we have fun drinking. Don't get me wrong. And I've always talked about financial problems. You have them. I have them. Mental problems. I have them. You have them. Can we talk about them? Can we talk about them? We can talk about them. How do you deal with them? Talk about them. Talk about them. You know, I'm right here. I have the same problems you have. What if mine are bigger? Right? What if mine are bigger? But that's not the issue. The issue is we all have problems. What are you doing to deal with yours? Can I share how I deal with mine? Right? This is not about my dick is bigger than yours. Maybe your problem is bigger than mine. But I can say, hey, bro, then you always have the advantage of I'm dying. It is not about who's dying faster. It's about so I've never said this is how much trouble I'm in. I may be in bigger trouble than you, but I will never fucking say that. How can we get each other's minds out of that dwelling and suction cup mindset? Like somebody's fucking gonna swallow us whole if we don't do certain things. Nobody's gonna fucking touch us. I don't care how much you fucking owe. As long as you give everybody the minimum at the end of the month, that should suffice for that particular month. Is it going to rise above the? It's still going to, you know what I mean? There's certain things that you can do, but at the same time, there should have been things that you should not have done. But that's all water under the bridge. Like we are at a fucking level where we need to start paying the debt. I'm pretty sure that's all of us. Where do we stand? How do we do? The rent is coming up. I gotta pay this. I gotta pay that. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. My brother told me, Dad is going through this. Dad is going through that. I think I need help. I can only do so much. I'm thinking to myself. I told my brother, I said, you know what? I've come to rest at a point where I used to work all that much, and I was spending that much. Now I'm to the level where I don't work that much, but I get paid this much. So I work smart, not hard, and I can fill that gap, fill this gap, fill this gap, fill this gap, and this gap, and I still have enough for this gap. I think I'm good. My brother says, you know what, dude, I need fucking help. And I said, because he said, hey, everybody helps except you. I said, well, I don't live with you over there, right? I gotta help my son. I gotta help pay the rent. I gotta do shit here too. So it's not like I fucking I'm sitting. I don't fucking sleep on a fucking stack of hundreds. So yeah, let me fucking throw in a fucking thousand for you. Yeah, and I said, yeah. I think your perspective about me is completely different because, yeah, that's not me. It wasn't about a quarrel. It was about him understanding. Like I said, I can show you my fucking pay stub. Dude, I work 30 hours a week. If you think I work 40 hours a week, no, I work smart, not hard. So if I have found a job that pays me exactly what I need to survive without breaking my fucking back, then fucking hate me for it. He says, yeah, but I need help. I said, I understand it, bro. So let me see what I can do. That is all I said. Let me see what I can do. Fuck, what am I gonna do if I can get another job? Fuck no. Robert, my brother from another mother. Love you, bro. Everything is about perspective, brother. Again, again, and again. That's all it is. Understand, understanding, consideration, loving each other, and having respect. That's bottom line. We're all human. We're not fucking robots. We have a heart. We feel. We love. We touch. We cry. Right? It just comes down to that, brother. Hasta la vista, baby. We're out of here. The stream is not ending. Select delete room. Why the fuck would I want to delete room? Here we go. Ooh, here we go, baby.